sensorimotor psychotherapy is not one that I've actually experienced myself.
I want to set it up a little bit first to kind of honor my main teacher, who was Ron Kurtz. I don't know if you've heard of him.
Yes.
I met him in the early 70s, and he was the best mentor and my best friend for 38 years, I think. He just passed away recently. And the thing that drew me to his work, the spirit of what he did, was a set of principles that in those days was very foreign to psychotherapy. And those principles had to do with what we called organicity, Gregory Bateman's term about the healing wisdom is within the person, it's not outside the person. And then if you believe that, then nonviolence goes right along with that. Like, you don't have to push people, you don't have to try to make something happen. The idea of mindfulness was incorporated into these principles, because if you really believe the wisdom is inside a person, what you have to do is help them go inside themselves in the right kind of way in the therapeutic diet, in the with the relationship, so they can find those answers inside. So my work is really based on those principles. They really speak to me about helping someone find their own wisdom inside themselves. So that sets the stage for the relationship. That's a very particular kind of relationship. It's not forceful, we're in it together. You know, we go on this journey together. That's really crucial for me. If you were my client, you would say what was bothering you and what was, what was affecting you. We don't need your history, although you might want to tell it to me. But I wouldn't need it.
No, that's interesting.
Because it would be kind of tracking your body with you, like if you're talking about your trauma or something, and say, your shoulders come up a little bit, or you pull back a little bit. I might say, I just noticed when you were talking about this. And if you were interested in that, because it has to be collaborative. If you were interested in that, we would explore it and try to reveal that wisdom of your body. So I would ask you maybe just to sense it and feel it, and what can you find out about it, and that's where the mindfulness comes in. And we're looking for the spontaneity of your internal experience. So if you say went into that tension and you said, oh, this image just flashes in my mind, I don't know why, but when I feel that tension, that's what comes up. Well, that's important. That's something coming from your unconscious and your implicit self, that has information for us. And then we integrate the body. We want to find out, well, what's that tension telling us about your patterns, and also about new possibilities. Like a woman today, I guess I'm bringing up that pattern because she had a pattern like this from her own abuse, and she was pulling back and tightening up when she thought about this incident, but her fingers went like this. Her fingers just came up like this, and so we look at those. She wasn't conscious of it, but her fingers came up, and as we stayed with that, she felt this strong impulse to push away. Which her trauma was very young. She couldn't do that as a child. But it came from her body, and that instills this kind of confidence, because she didn't think about it. It was this natural intelligence that she wanted to,
Yeah, I do. My boundaries were broken. So what I found I do sort of down on the beach is to create this space around me, and I allow this. It's like, this is my space.
Exactly.
No one is to invade this space.
It's very similar, because you're right. People with trauma, Freud used to say it was a breach in the stimulus barrier. You can't keep it out. I think and that's a great thing to do. I'll tell a lot of my clients to play with that. It's also, though, fascinating when it comes up spontaneously in the body when somebody's talking about their trauma, when that impulse comes up. Because it's like in ethology, in the animal kingdom, and we are, after all, we're animals, animals will make little preparatory movements before they make the larger motor movement. And in trauma therapy, it's very important track for those preparatory movements, to run away or protect yourself somehow, because you want to catch the moment where they're available spontaneously. Mm-hmm. Yeah, does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. Yeah, completely.
And that's what's, I think, so exciting for many clients, is that they discover these forgotten impulses.